Yo, 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 it's your boy Casual Real with the Silent A podcast. And man, we back with another one and a quick one at that. Yo, hit that like button, comment below, and subscribe if you got the time. We appreciate that love. And for this one, we getting straight into it. It's your 3-minute fight breakdown, your 3-minute fight drill. And for this, we got the likes of Sebastian Fedora taking on Cordell Booker, March 22nd, 2025. Who wins this scrap? Sebastian Fedora. How? Late TKO stoppage and why. Physical attributes and resume. Let's get straight into it. We got the likes of the Tower Inferno, 6'6" monster, long jab, very nice uppercut that he's been developing. And more important, he's got that pressure of a tall fighter going in on the smaller man. Usually he's fighting at the 154-pound division. I don't know how he makes the weight, but he does at 6'6", and that does play into his advantage as long as he sticks to the game plan of fighting long and placing the right power shots. Yes, that uppercut that he's been developing lately is nice. I think that is what is going to stop the likes of Cordell Booker late in this fight. Again, at least get a referee stoppage as he pressures him and fights him even more towards the end of that fight and takes him into deep waters. One thing I can say about Sebastian Fedora that he does have a gas tank. Whether I like him or not as a fighter, it's hit or miss. I think his height and his advantages really keeps him safe, keeps him out of, I ain't gonna say out of harm's way, but really got him into the position that he is now. But because he has that height, because he has that reach, because he has those physical attributes that I already stated that he's going to win because of those, and also because of the resume, he's fought the better fighters than Cordell Booker. As a fighter, yeah, I think he's not the best in the 154-pound division. I don't think he should have been the 154-pound champion at this point. I think Tim Tszyu should have still kept that strap when he lost, split decision victory last year in the favor of Sebastian Fedora, mainly due to that nasty cut, that nasty gas on top of the head. But either way, win, lose, or draw, Sebastian Fedora is a warrior. He is a real one, and salute to that man because he does not duck any action, duck any smoke. He's willing to fight whoever, but more importantly, he does bring us exciting fights. And that's why we will be tuned in for this one. But back to the 3-minute fight drill to break down. The uppercut from Sebastian Fedora and the nice jab that he's been developing and keeping that reach, keeping people up off him. I think that's what's going to take the likes of Cordell Booker into deep waters. Again, I think Sebastian's resume, he's seen fighters like Cordell, nice boxers, not as tall as he is. Obviously, it's hard to be 6'6" in that division, but I think he's seen that style. More importantly, Cordell Booker doesn't have the type of power that I think to keep Sebastian Fedora honest. And I think Sebastian might get a little comfortable and do his pressure fighting, shrink himself down and try to lay in more shots to try to get Cordell out of there, especially later in the fight. But now let's back to Cordell Booker, right? Now, one thing that does worry me about this fight for Sebastian Fedora is the fact that Cordell Booker has been active, very active, in fact, since taking his loss a few years ago. In fact, to make it even better, at 154-pound division, Cordell Booker has been getting some TKOs and some knockouts, but let's stop there. It's the resume that we talked about. That's the second point of why I've got Sebastian Fedora on this one, even though he's not been as active as Cordell Booker. In fact, only fighting once every year for the last 2 or 3 years. Obviously got beat by Mendoza, not just beat, but knocked out by Mendoza prior to fighting Tim Tszyu. Yes, he's got those two iffy, fights back to back. Is his head game there? Is his mind, his mentality there? I think it is. You can see it in the Tim Tszyu fight, even though he got knocked out by Mendoza. You can see the heart of a warrior, heart of a champion there in the likes of Sebastian Fedora as he toughed that thing all the way out with a broken nose, right? And still got the split decision victory, even though we didn't agree. He still got it. He earned it on his end. Salute to that man. But back to the resume of Cordell Booker. Yes, he's on a knockout tear right now. 50-50 on his knockout ratio, by the way, percent. So most of his knockouts lately have came in the last 2 to 3 years. But it's against the competition that he's faced. Most of those men are people who get knocked out. If you look at them, they have multiple knockout losses on their resume, not a lot of power there. So in a sense, Cordell Booker has been on a rebuild himself since losing about 3 or 4 years ago. No knock on him, no disrespect. That's what you're supposed to do, build your resume back up, get that confidence going, right? So one thing I do think plays in the favor of Cordell Booker, outside of his speed a little bit there, is the fact that he's been active and getting knockouts and building his confidence. A man with confidence walking into that ring for fight night is a monster and something to be dealt with, and that does give him a percentage chance to win. What is that percentage chance in our eyes? I think he's got about a 30% chance to win this fight if he goes in and box smart. Do not get drawn into too much of a pressure fight with the likes of Sebastian Fedor, who I think has a little bit more power than you, but more important, I think he's got sneaky uppercuts and sneaky hooks that could either cut you up and get you out of placement and lead to a TKO stoppage. If you're going to win for the likes of Cordell Booker, that's what I would do. I would jump in and out, pressure smart, go to the body, work that for Sebastian Fundora. That head's there too because he does leave it wide open, but go to the body, work him out and slow Sebastian Fundora down. And then for the rest of the fight, pump the jab, plays good power shots, maybe a good, nice right hook or overhand right on the likes of Fundora as he starts to wear down from those body shots, and you can walk into a nice, unanimous split decision victory. But again, for this one, we're talking a little bit too long. We got the likes of Sebastian Fundora to actually win this. Again, his physical attributes, I think, will be a little bit too much for the likes of Cordell Booker. I think the power is going to be a little bit too much, and the resume that he had will carry him through this fight. He's seen tougher fighters, more power punchers, been in more wars. I think that'll carry him down to a late TKO stoppage for the likes of Cordell Booker. But again, that's our opinion. Hit that like button, comment below, let us know what you think. And as always, subscribe if you got the time. We appreciate that love. And as always, man, it's your boy Kaz Real with the Sound 8 Podcast. And this is your 3-minute fight drill, your 3-minute fight breakdown. Hit that like button again, comment below, and subscribe. Till the next time, peace.